Imagine this: another month, another rent check that disappears into the void, leaving you with less savings and more stress. This isn't just a personal anecdote. A recent report from Apartment List indicates that average rent prices have soared by over 20% in many major U.S. cities over the past 2 years alone. For countless individuals and families, the dream of financial stability feels increasingly out of reach, trapped in a cycle where housing costs consume a growing portion of their income. But what if there was a way to break free? Our investigation today focuses on a strategy that many financial experts, like David Green of Bigger Pockets, describe as one of the fastest routes to financial freedom: house hacking. It's a term that might sound complex or intimidating, but our goal is to demystify it completely. We'll show you how regular people, with zero finance background, are using this approach to dramatically reduce, or even eliminate, their housing expenses. This isn't about risky speculation, it's about smart, accessible real estate. Are you ready to rewrite your financial story? You might be thinking, master house hacking in 30 days? Without stress? That sounds too good to be true. We acknowledge that skepticism. Traditional real estate paths can indeed be long and arduous. However, our research, informed by the methodologies of financial educators like Graham Stephan, suggests that the foundational principles and actionable steps to begin your house hacking journey can absolutely be understood and prepared for within a focused 30-day period. This isn't about closing a deal in 30 days, but about mastering the framework to execute confidently. At its core, house hacking is a strategy where you live in one part of your property and rent out the other part to generate income. This income then helps offset, or entirely cover, your mortgage payments and other housing costs. Historically, this concept is nothing new. Consider a multi-generational family home or a corner store with living quarters above. In modern terms, it typically involves buying a multi-unit property, like a duplex or a triplex, or even a single-family home with spare bedrooms. The goal is simple: turn your largest expense into a significant asset. One of the biggest misunderstandings about house hacking is that it's an advanced real estate tactic reserved for seasoned investors or finance professionals. This is simply not true. As reported by CNBC, a growing number of first-time homebuyers are leveraging house hacking strategies precisely because it makes homeownership more accessible. You don't need a Wall Street background or a massive down payment. What you need is a clear understanding of the process, which we will provide, and the willingness to learn. It's about practical application, not complex theory. The fundamental principle behind house hacking, according to financial independence advocates like Robert Kiyosaki, is converting a liability into an asset. Your primary residence, for most people, is their largest liability due to mortgage payments, taxes, and maintenance. House hacking transforms this. By generating rental income, your property shifts from an expense that drains your budget to an asset that contributes to your cash flow, pays down your debt, and builds equity. This fundamental shift is key to understanding its power and why it's so transformative. Our investigation into mastering house hacking without stress reveals a clear, 4-phase blueprint achievable in 30 days. Phase 1, Knowledge and Mindset, focuses on understanding the basics and shifting your perspective. Phase 2, Preparation and Strategy, involves getting your finances in order and identifying opportunities. Phase 3, Execution and Action, covers finding and securing your property. Finally, Phase 4, Optimization and Launch, deals with setting up your property for success and bringing in your first tenants. We'll guide you through each week, debunking myths and simplifying complex terms. For the first 7 days, your mission is primarily research and mindset shifting. This isn't about making immediate commitments, but about absorbing information and building confidence. According to financial literacy advocate Ramit Sethi, knowledge is power in any financial endeavor. We'll start by understanding your local market, exploring different property types, and getting a handle on your personal finances. This foundational week is crucial for setting you up for a stress-free journey ensuring you make informed decisions rather than impulsive ones. Before we dive deeper, let's address a common concern: is house hacking legitimate, or is it some kind of financial scam? Our rigorous investigation confirms that house hacking is a perfectly legal, well-established real estate investment strategy. It's endorsed by reputable financial institutions and real estate professionals. The perception of it being too good to be true often stems from unfamiliarity with alternative paths to homeownership. It leverages existing loan products and market dynamics, not loopholes or risky schemes. It's a proven method for wealth building. Your first concrete step is to become a local market expert. Data from the National Association of Realtors consistently shows that local market conditions are paramount for real estate success. This means researching average home prices, rental rates for various property types, single-family, multi-unit, buy-the-room, and economic trends in your desired neighborhoods. Look for areas with strong job growth, good schools, and amenities, as these indicators often correlate with stable or appreciating property values and tenant demand. This isn't just about finding a house, but a viable investment. Fortunately, gathering market data is easier than ever. Platforms like Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, and even local MLS listings are invaluable. They provide not just current sales, but also historical data, tax records, and estimated rental values. For more specific rental analysis, sites like Rentometer and BiggerPockets offer tools to compare rental rates for similar properties in your target area. Our investigation suggests spending at least 2 to 3 hours daily this week exploring these resources. Treat it like a detective mission, piece together the full picture of your market. A critical aspect of your market research is understanding rent by room potential. For single-family homes, the income potential significantly increases when you rent out individual bedrooms rather than the entire property to a single family. For example, a 3-bedroom home might rent for $2,000 as a whole unit, but if 3 separate tenants pay $800 each for a room, your income jumps to $2,400. This strategy, highlighted by real estate investor Brandon Turner, can dramatically improve your cash flow. Investigate local roommate listings to gauge the specific market demand and pricing. Parallel to market research, dedicate time to mastering your personal budget. As financial advisor Dave Ramsey emphasizes, knowing where your money goes is foundational. Use a simple spreadsheet or a budgeting app to track every dollar of your income and expenses for the past 3 to 6 months. This exercise isn't about deprivation, it's about clarity. It helps you understand your current spending habits, identify areas where you can save for a down payment, and realistically assess what you can afford for a mortgage payment. This clarity reduces future financial stress. Your credit score is a critical gatekeeper to favorable loan terms. Experian, one of the 3 major credit bureaus, regularly publishes data showing how a higher score translates to lower interest rates and significant savings over the life of a loan. Spend time this week checking your score using free services like Credit Karma or your bank's offering. Understand the factors that influence it: payment history, credit utilization, length of credit history, and types of credit. If your score needs improvement, a plan to boost it starts now. This is a non-negotiable step. Finally, during this first week, cultivate the house hacking mindset. This means viewing your potential home not just as a place to live, but as an income-generating asset. Author and investor Todd Fleming emphasizes that this shift in perspective is often the biggest hurdle for new investors. It means being open to having roommates, understanding tenant-landlord dynamics, and seeing minor inconveniences as opportunities for significant financial gain. This mindset is what transforms a daunting prospect into an exciting, achievable goal. Embrace the vision of financial independence. Welcome to Week 2, Preparation and Strategy. With your foundational knowledge in place, this phase shifts to concrete financial planning and understanding the mechanisms of property acquisition. The goal here, as advocated by seasoned investors, is to move from broad understanding to specific actionable steps that will make your house hacking a reality. We'll delve into loan types, down payment options, and precisely how to identify a property that aligns with your newly formed financial goals. This is where the rubber meets the road in your 30-day journey. One of the biggest perceived hurdles is the down payment. Many believe you need 20% down, which can amount to tens of thousands of dollars. Our investigation reveals this is a common misunderstanding. While 20% avoids private mortgage insurance, PMI, it's far from the only option. Data from the National Association of Realtors indicates that the median down payment for first-time homebuyers is actually closer to 6 to 7%. Lower down payment loans are widely available and can significantly accelerate your entry into house hacking, as long as you understand the associated costs like PMI. For many, an FHA loan is the ideal starting point. Backed by the Federal Housing Administration, these loans offer incredibly accessible terms. Our analysis shows FHA loans allow for down payments as low as 3.5%, often with more lenient credit score requirements than conventional loans. This makes house hacking a tangible reality for individuals who might not have a hefty savings account. While FHA loans do require mortgage insurance premiums, MIP, the benefit of getting into a property sooner often outweighs this cost, especially when rent income helps offset it. For eligible service members, veterans, and surviving spouses, VA loans offer unparalleled benefits. As detailed by the Department of Veterans Affairs, these loans often require no down payment and come with highly competitive interest rates, without the need for private mortgage insurance. This is arguably the most powerful house hacking tool available to those who qualify, completely removing the down payment barrier. If you or your spouse are a veteran, investigating your VA loan eligibility should be a top priority this week. It's a profound benefit earned through service. Conventional loans, while typically requiring a higher down payment, often 5% or more to start, ideally 20% to avoid PMI, offer flexibility. They are not government-backed and have stricter credit requirements. However, once you reach 20% equity, you can request to remove PMI, which is not always possible with FHA loans. Sources like NerdWallet consistently advise weighing the long-term costs. If you have a solid credit score and can manage a larger down payment, conventional loans can be highly competitive. It's about aligning the loan product with your financial profile. Instead of approaching multiple banks yourself, a mortgage broker is your secret weapon. As financial author Paula Pant explains, brokers work with numerous lenders and can shop around for the best rates and loan products tailored to your specific situation. They act as your advocate, navigating complex paperwork and advising you on the best options, including those suitable for house hacking. Reach out to at least 2 mortgage brokers this week. Their expertise can save you significant time and money, and their initial consultations are typically free. With loan options understood, now refine your property target. House hacking typically involves duplexes, triplexes, or fourplexes, where you live in one unit and rent out the others. This setup offers clear income separation. However, a single-family home with extra bedrooms is also a viable option. Some enterprising individuals even consider properties with accessory dwelling units, ADUs, or converting basement spaces, subject to local zoning. Our research emphasizes clarity. Know which property type best fits your local market, budget, and comfort level with tenants. Zoning laws are critical here. Remember Rentometer from week 1? Now it becomes even more critical. Use it to get highly specific data on potential rental income for the property types you're targeting in your preferred neighborhoods. Input addresses of comparable properties and analyze the suggested rental rates. Cross-reference this with listings on Zillow and Craigslist to ensure accuracy. This tool, highlighted by many property investors, is vital for crunching numbers before you even look at a property, allowing you to quickly determine if a potential acquisition is a viable house hack. By the end of week 2, you should have a strong understanding of your financial standing, available loan products, and target property types. This is your financial health check. Review everything: your credit score, estimated down payment funds, pre-approval discussions with brokers, and your initial market analysis. According to personal finance expert Susie Orman, preparedness is the key to reducing anxiety in major financial decisions. If there are any red flags, address them now. This thorough preparation is what makes the without stress part of our 30-day challenge truly achievable. Entering week 3, execution and action, you're ready to transition from planning to actively searching for your house hack. This phase is about finding the right property, making a competitive offer, and navigating the complexities of closing. While this can feel intimidating, remember your extensive preparation from the past 2 weeks. The goal here is efficiency and informed decision-making. As real estate investor J. Scott notes, a solid search strategy and strong team are paramount. Let's make your theoretical knowledge tangible. Your first action this week: find a real estate agent experienced in investment properties or multi-unit dwellings. While any agent can help you buy a house, one specializing in investments will understand your house hacking goals, identify suitable properties, and guide you through the unique aspects of landlord-tenant laws. Interview at least 2 agents. Ask about their experience with duplexes or properties with rental units, and their knowledge of local rental markets. A good agent is an invaluable ally, offering expertise and protecting your interests, as emphasized by the National Association of Realtors. When viewing properties, shift your perspective. You're not just looking for a home, you're evaluating a business. Look beyond aesthetics. Assess the condition of major systems: roof, HVAC, plumbing, electrical. These are potential high-cost repairs. Consider the layout for tenant privacy and amenities, and evaluate the neighborhood's rental appeal, proximity to public transport, shops, and employers. Real estate veteran Ken McElroy advises creating a checklist to ensure you assess every property objectively. Don't fall in love, analyze the numbers and potential returns. Once you've found a promising property, an independent home inspection is non-negotiable. This is not just a suggestion, it's a critical safeguard. A professional inspector will uncover hidden issues, from structural problems to faulty wiring, that could cost you thousands down the line. According to the American Society of Home Inspectors, ASHI, a thorough inspection provides crucial leverage for negotiations or, in some cases, a reason to walk away from a bad deal. Do not skip this step, even if it adds a small cost. It's an investment in your peace of mind and financial security. Your offer isn't just a price, it's a strategic package. Work closely with your agent to craft an offer that is competitive but also protects your interests. Consider contingencies like a satisfactory inspection, financing approval, and even a clear appraisal. In competitive markets, a slightly higher earnest money deposit can signal seriousness, but never waive protections you're not comfortable with. Real estate expert Grant Cardone often says, "Don't chase, attract." Structure your offer to be appealing, but not desperate. Be prepared for negotiations. Negotiation is an art. If the inspection reveals repairs are needed, you have leverage. You can ask the seller to fix them, offer a credit at closing, or reduce the purchase price. Be reasonable but firm. Your agent's experience here is paramount. Sometimes, a quick close or flexible move-out date for the seller can be more appealing than a slightly higher price. According to negotiation experts, understanding the other party's motivations is key. Don't be afraid to walk away if the deal no longer makes financial sense, which helps keep your stress levels low. Once your offer is accepted, the property is under contract. This period, typically 30 to 60 days, involves various steps your lender, title company, and agent will manage. It's often the most anxious time for buyers, but with our without stress approach, you're prepared. Focus on providing requested documents promptly to your lender and inspector. As personal finance guru Dave Ramsey states, the slowest hand is the one that causes the most problems. Your proactive cooperation ensures a smoother process. During the under contract phase, your lender initiates loan processing. This involves a deep dive into your financials, verifying income, employment, and assets, and ordering the property appraisal. The appraisal ensures the property's value supports the loan amount. Be responsive to any requests for additional documentation. Delays here can postpone your closing. Mortgage lenders advise keeping your finances stable during this time. Avoid new credit applications or large purchases that could impact your credit score or debt-to-income ratio. Another crucial aspect is title and escrow. The title company ensures the property's title is clear, meaning no undisclosed liens, claims, or disputes from previous owners. Escrow acts as a neutral third party, holding all funds and documents until all conditions of the sale are met. This protects both buyer and seller. As legal real estate experts often explain, a clean title is fundamental to secure ownership. Your agent will coordinate with the title company, ensuring all legal aspects are handled correctly, further reducing your workload and stress. As closing day approaches, you'll receive a closing disclosure document from your lender. This outlines all the final loan terms, fees, and credits. Federal law mandates you receive this at least 3 business days before closing, allowing ample time for review. Compare it against your initial loan estimate to check for discrepancies. On closing day, you'll sign a stack of documents, transferring ownership and finalizing the loan. Your agent and possibly an attorney will be there to guide you. This isn't stressful when you've reviewed the documents beforehand. Congratulations, you're in week 4, optimization and launch. By now, you've likely closed on your property, or you're just days away. This final phase of our 30-day journey is about getting your house hack operational. It's about making your rental units appealing, finding the right tenants, and establishing clear communication. The stress-free aspect here comes from having a systematic plan for tenant management and property upkeep, transforming your property from a vacant space into a cash-flowing asset. Let's make that income stream a reality. Before listing your rental units, consider minor, high-impact improvements. A fresh coat of neutral paint, deep cleaning, updated light fixtures, or new cabinet hardware can significantly increase a property's appeal and justify higher rent, as noted by property managers. These are not major renovations, but cosmetic enhancements that make a unit feel fresh and inviting. Prioritize safety and functionality, ensure all smoke detectors work, and locks are secure. This small investment of time and money can yield substantial returns in tenant quality and rental income. Finding the right tenants is paramount for a stress-free house hack. Develop a clear, consistent screening process. This typically involves an application form, a credit check, a background check, and verifying employment and previous rental history. Platforms like Zillow and TurboTenant offer integrated screening tools. According to landlord associations, thorough screening protects your investment and ensures a harmonious living environment. Don't rush this step. The right tenant will contribute positively to your house hacking experience, while a bad one can create significant headaches. A strong, legally compliant lease agreement is your shield. Never rely on verbal agreements. Use a standard lease template adapted for your state and local laws. Resources like your local realtor association or landlord-tenant organizations often provide these. Key elements include rent amount, due dates, late fees, lease term, security deposit terms, maintenance responsibilities, and rules regarding pets or guests. Real estate attorneys consistently advise that a clear lease prevents misunderstandings and provides a framework for resolving disputes, making your landlord journey much smoother. Move-in day is your opportunity to set a positive tone for the tenant-landlord relationship. Walk through the unit with your new tenant, noting any pre-existing conditions and having them sign a move-in checklist. Explain essential details like trash pickup, utility responsibilities, and how to submit maintenance requests. Property management experts stress that clear communication from day one minimizes future issues. Provide them with a welcome packet including emergency contacts and important building information. A little hospitality goes a long way in fostering respectful tenancy. Even with meticulous planning, unexpected costs can arise. A leaky faucet, a broken appliance, or an emergency repair. Our investigation highlights the importance of an emergency fund, specifically for your property. Financial planners recommend setting aside 1 to 3 months of operating expenses for your rental units as a buffer. This prevents financial surprises from turning into major stress. Consider this fund as essential as your down payment. It ensures smooth operation and prevents you from dipping into personal savings for property issues, a common pitfall for new landlords. Then comes the moment you've been working towards, your first rent check. This isn't just money, it's tangible proof that your hard work and strategic planning have paid off. This is where the house hacking model truly crystallizes, transforming your largest monthly expense into an income stream. Many house hackers describe this as their initial aha moment. It's the validation that the concept works, that you can indeed live for free, or even generate positive cash flow, by intelligently leveraging real estate. Celebrate this milestone. A key to stress-free house hacking is managing landlord-tenant relationships effectively. Maintain clear boundaries, communicate professionally, and address legitimate concerns promptly. While you live on the same property, it's crucial to maintain a professional distance. Avoid becoming friends with tenants, as this can complicate future interactions, especially regarding rent or repairs. As emphasized by property management best practices, consistency and fairness are paramount. Treat your tenants with respect, and expect the same in return. This cultivates a positive, stable living environment. The secret to stress-free house hacking, as our 30-day journey has illuminated, isn't about avoiding challenges entirely. It's about proactive preparation and having a systematic approach. By dedicating each week to specific, achievable tasks, research, financial planning, execution, and launch, you build confidence and competence. According to psychologists, perceived control is a major factor in reducing stress. Our blueprint empowers you with that control, transforming an intimidating process into a manageable, exciting adventure. It's about strategy, not luck. Beyond cash flow, a surprising truth about house hacking is the accelerated wealth building through principal paydown. Each mortgage payment consists of interest and principal. As your tenants pay rent, that income contributes to paying down the principal balance of your loan. This means you're building equity in your property without directly using your own earned income. Over time, this passive principal reduction becomes a significant component of your net worth, often unnoticed until you check your mortgage statements. It's truly a hidden financial superpower. Another powerful, often passive, wealth builder is property appreciation. While market fluctuations exist, historical data from the Federal Housing Finance Agency, FHFA, shows that real estate generally appreciates over the long term. This means the value of your property is likely to increase over the years, further boosting your net worth. Combining appreciation with principal paydown creates a compounding effect. Your tenants are not only covering your housing, but they're also contributing to an asset that grows in value, often significantly. This is true financial leverage. A less talked about but significant benefit is the tax advantages for landlords. Our investigation into IRS guidelines reveals that certain expenses related to your rental units are often tax deductible. This includes mortgage interest, property taxes, insurance, repairs, and depreciation. This can significantly reduce your taxable income, further enhancing your overall financial gain from house hacking. Consulting with a qualified tax professional is essential to maximize these benefits and ensure compliance, but understanding the potential is a crucial part of the aha moment. House hacking isn't just a one-time deal, it's often a stepping stone to further diversification. Once you've established your first successful house hack, the equity you build and the financial stability it provides can be leveraged for future investments. You might buy another multi-unit property, or use the equity to fund other investment vehicles. Real estate strategist Robert Allen emphasizes that the first deal is always the hardest. Your initial house hack provides invaluable experience and a foundation for building a diverse investment portfolio, accelerating your journey to wealth. Let's debunk some common fears that prevent people from house hacking. What if I get bad tenants? Our rigorous screening process mitigates this risk. What if something breaks? That's why we build an emergency fund. Isn't being a landlord stressful? Clear leases and professional boundaries reduce this. As real estate educator Kevin O'Leary often says, fear is expensive. Most perceived pitfalls can be systematically addressed with preparation, which is exactly what our 30-day framework provides. Don't let unfounded fears hold you back from significant financial gains. Another myth: you need a professional property manager. While they can be beneficial for multiple properties or hands-off investors, for your first house hack where you live on-site, self-management is entirely feasible and recommended. It allows you to save on management fees, directly address issues, and build relationships. However, if your time is truly limited or you find the management aspect overwhelming, a good property manager can be a valuable investment down the line. Property management firm data suggests fees typically range from 8 to 12% of gross rents. Once you master your first house hack, the pathway to scaling your success becomes clear. Many house hackers, leveraging the low down payment options like FHA loans, purchase a new multi-unit property every few years, living in one unit and renting out the others. This strategy, sometimes called living for free or the BRRR method, buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat, allows you to accumulate multiple cash-flowing assets. Each new property builds more equity and generates more income, exponentially accelerating your journey to true financial independence. It's a proven method for rapid portfolio growth. And here we arrive at the ultimate aha moment. House hacking, when approached systematically and without stress, isn't just about reducing housing costs. It's a direct, accessible pathway to true financial freedom. It means your housing, often your biggest expense, transforms into an income generator, freeing up thousands of dollars annually. That money can then be saved, invested, or used to pursue passions, rather than being trapped in the rent cycle. It's the realization that you have control over your financial destiny, a powerful and liberating truth for many. Our investigation into how to master house hacking in 30 days, without stress, culminates in this challenge to you. The path has been laid out, week by week, step by step. It's a structured approach designed to reduce overwhelm and empower you. You now have the knowledge, the tools, and the debunked myths. The next 30 days are yours to transform. Start with week 1's research, embrace the mindset shift, and embark on this journey with confidence. The financial future you desire is within reach, much closer than you might have imagined. Throughout this video, we've aimed to simplify what often seems like a complex financial undertaking. Our findings consistently show that the core principles of house hacking are straightforward and highly accessible, even for those with no prior investment experience. The key, as emphasized by the Bogleheads investment philosophy, is focusing on what you can control: your knowledge, your preparation, and your execution. Don't let perceived complexity deter you. The true complexity often lies in the myths and misinformation, which we've worked to dispel. Our comprehensive investigation has revealed several critical findings. First, house hacking is a proven, legal, and highly effective strategy for eliminating housing costs and building wealth. Second, it is not reserved for financial gurus but is accessible to everyday people through low down payment loans and systematic planning. Third, the 30 days without stress framework provides a clear, manageable path to understanding and preparing for this journey. And finally, the long-term benefits, principal paydown, appreciation, and tax advantages, are truly transformative. The future of your financial independence is not some distant dream, it begins with the decisions you make today. The housing market will continue to evolve, but the core principles of smart real estate investment remain constant. Embrace this knowledge, apply our 30-day framework, and take that decisive first step. As many successful house hackers attest, the biggest regret is often not starting sooner. Let this be your moment to seize control and build a future where you dictate your finances, not the other way around. If this investigation has inspired you to take action, then you're ready to join a growing movement of individuals breaking free from the rent trap. We encourage you to subscribe for more actionable financial insights and real estate strategies. Leave a comment below with your biggest takeaway or your questions about starting your house hacking journey. Share this video with anyone you know who is struggling with housing costs. Let's build a community focused on achieving financial freedom, one house hack at a time. Thank you for watching.